Today's question is, Anthony, how do I begin a fitness program on my own?
I got my armor now, no fear, no doubt, can't shoot me down, yeah. I got my armor now, no fear, no doubt, gonna shoot me down, 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 down.
So last video, we talked about how does someone start a program on their own, and we talked about building capability before we build capacity. And the premise is you want to be able to do something, have the capability to do certain movements and motions before we start just adding tons and tons of time and reps into it. The biggest reason is to build confidence, to start small, and really to start safe so we can just kind of keep building on it. If we go too hard, too fast, people can get injured or discouraged or think it's not sustainable for the long term. So how do we build capability? And so if we're going to think about capability, what does that look like? First, we're going to start just with our joints. Like, can our joints move? If we're going to do movement and exercise, we need to make sure our joints can go through those movement patterns and ranges of motion. And so you can start, super small. This may seem really kind of like lame, even really kind of rudimentary, but work on just range of motion and circular patterns with your joints. You start with like wrist and just moving in circles, going both directions, making as big of a circle as you can. All right, you can move that to the shoulders, like, arm circles from like elementary school PE, like making circles, going both directions, getting a good range of motion under control, making them bigger and larger, but always focusing on control. All right, this is not a momentum type of thing. This is a range of motion type of thing. So even some people will do this hands out to the side, and they'll kind of spin one hand over and the other hand under, and you just kind of rotate, right, and just kind of spin. All right, and really all that's doing is getting some range of motion and some movement in your joints, because your joints like circular patterns, and that's going to help build healthier joints so you have the capability to go through ranges of motion. Same thing for your hips. You can do like hip circles where you're standing and just bringing your hip up to your waist and kind of making a big circle with your hips, and any kind of movement patterns. Ankle circles, to take one, you can sit down or stand up, have one foot doing that circular pattern. Okay, so build the capability for your joints to go through a range of motion. From there, we start to build movement patterns. The basic patterns we have are to push and to pull. So if you're going to push something away or pull something towards you, you can do it horizontally, you can do it vertically, right? Now for your lower body, we have a squat, where basically if you start standing, you sit down and your hips are really low, your knees are kind of out to the side and forward, chest is nice and tall. That's a squat pattern. And then we can do a hinge pattern, where basically it's like picking something up, where we reach our hips back as far as we can. Our knees bend a little bit, but now our torso is more almost horizontal, maybe slightly angled. And just go through ranges of motion, not going on speed, but just working on range of motion. Can we actually go through that and build the body's capability to move in those basic movement patterns? Okay? And once you get those ranges of motion down, then you can move to capacity. And that's something we can talk about at another time. All right? So, build capability. All right? Make sure the joints have the capability to go through ranges of motion. Build the joints and their motion first, and then you can move on to the next step. Any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help. But until next time, move better, train smarter.